So you're Donald Fellows?
Yes, I am.
All right, this is case number 26-3097 SM. Mr. Fellows, did you read and sign this advice of rights form?
Yes, I did.
The contact information on the back, is that accurate? Do you have a telephone number?
9/20/23/26.
And did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office today?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about May 3rd, 2026 in Cedar Creek Township of Wexford County, Michigan, it's alleged that you committed the offense of retail fraud third degree while at Dollar General. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or a fine of $500 or 3 times the value of the property taken, assuming the prosecution can meet certain requirements. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes, I do.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you cannot afford one would be appointed to represent you, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one?
Fine.
All right, the court will make referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney, will enter a not guilty plea, and will set the matter for a pretrial. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing at future court appointments and the threat that you pose to the community. Any comment regarding bond, Ms. Lawrence?
He's asked for no contact order with Dollar General.
Cedar Creek Township, so would this be the south end Dollar General? I believe the north would be Liberty Township, I think.
North Dollar General.
North Dollar General?
Yes.
So that's still Cedar Creek? All right. All right, Ms. Austin, any comment regarding bond?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Fellows is an Army veteran. He has lived here his whole life. He hasn't had any other convictions in a long time. He appeared today. We would just ask for the no contact order and a PR bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Fellows, I do not find you as a flight risk, so I am going to authorize a personal recognizance bond, which is your promise to come back to court with the conditions that you appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. Normally, I would order a no contact in this case, but given the situation and the very limited places to shop in the Manton area, I will not order the no contact order. However, this charge does require your fingerprints to be taken. So as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering that those fingerprints be taken by August 20th. At the front window, you're going to get your next court date. You're going to have some paperwork to fill out for the defender's office, and you're also going to get that fingerprint ordered. You'll need to make an appointment with the Wexford County Sheriff's Office to get those prints taken. You can't just stop in.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me about your bond conditions?
No.
All right, you can go out to the front window. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this is case number 26-3093 SM. You're Linda Maxwell? All right. Ms. Maxwell, did you read and sign this advice of rights form?
I can't read, so I had somebody read it to me.
It was read to you. Did you understand those rights? All right. Do you have any questions for me at all about those rights? Did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the public defender's office today? I have a complaint that alleges that on or about July 2nd, 2026 in Herring Township, Wexford County, Michigan, it's alleged that you committed the offense of dog unlicensed. This is in regards to Chewy, a Yorkie Shih Tzu mix. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 3 months in jail and or a fine of not less than $10 nor more than $100. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties? You do have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you could not afford one would be appointed to represent you, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one?
myself.
Wish to represent yourself? Today, you have a couple of options available to you. One is to plead not guilty. If you pled not guilty, we would set the matter for a pretrial, which would give you the opportunity to discuss the case with the prosecutor to see if there's a different outcome for it. The other is to plead guilty. If you pled guilty, the 3-month misdemeanor would enter on your record and we would sentence today. Do you understand those two options?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me about those two options?
No.
Then to the allegation of unlicensed dog, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
All right. Will you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The truth.
All right, you may put your hand down. Back on July 2nd, were you on probation or parole?
No.
Were you on bond in any other file?
No.
So it's my understanding you intend to plead guilty today as charged to the unlicensed dog, which is the 3-month misdemeanor, and or a fine of not less than $10, but up to $100. Is that accurate? Has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plead?
No.
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
No.
And is it your own free choice to plead today? Ms. Lawrence, are you aware of any promises, threats, or inducements not made part of the record?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Maxwell, do you understand that you have a right to a trial, either by judge or jury, the right to call witnesses for your defense at trial, the right to cross-examine all witnesses called against you, the right to testify or to remain silent? If you choose to remain silent, that silence could not be used against you, and the right to be presumed innocent and proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all of those rights?
Yeah.
Do you understand that by entering a guilty plea today, you'll be giving up those rights and you won't have a trial of any kind? I'm sorry, so I want to make sure the recording equipment picked you up, so. Then to the allegation that on or about July 2nd, 2026 in Herring Township of Wexford County, Michigan, how do you plead to unlicensed dog?
What it is,
How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
All right. So in order to accept that plea, I must have you tell me what it is that makes you guilty. So back on July 2nd, were you somewhere in the Herring Township?
I was at Walmart.
All right. And you would agree with me that it's in Wexford County, Michigan?
Yes.
And did you have in your possession Chewy, the Yorkie Shih Tzu?
Yes.
And do you own Chewy?
Yes, I do.
And was Chewy licensed?
No, he wasn't. I didn't have the money at the time to get him licensed.
All right. And Chewy is older than 6 months, correct?
He is 12, going to be 13.
Okay.
He has been licensed through the past. It's just I didn't have the money this time.
All right. Ms. Lawrence, do you believe the defendants provided a factual basis in which to accept the plea and the court rules been complied with?
Yes.
The court agrees. I find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I do find Ms. Maxwell guilty of unlicensed dog. And that gets us to sentencing. Any allocution, Ms. Lawrence?
I would just ask for fines and costs.
All right, Ms. Maxwell, you have the right to address the court prior to sentencing. Is there anything else you'd like me to know or consider?
I buried my stepson, and it took everything I had that we both had, so. I'm trying to get him licensed now, but it isn't working.
Is it financially is why it's not working?
Yes, financially.
And are you in the same position that Mr. Goodburn was in as far as the cost to get the?
Yes, I've been helping him as best as I sold my vehicle.
Okay.
So we could pay for this.
All right. And I'm assuming you're on a fixed income as well.
Yes, I am on SSI.
All right. How much per month do you get?
I get 702, something like that.
All right.
I don't get much.
So I will keep this to a fines and cost situation, and I'll only order what I absolutely have to. So there is a $75 crime victims rights fund fee, $50 state minimum fee, and a $10 fine. I have to warn you that any balance that remains unpaid for more than 56 days is subject to a 20% penalty, just so you're aware of that. All right, you can go out to the front window where you checked in, get a copy of your judgment, make a payment if you're able to. If not, get set up on a payment plan. And do you have any questions for me at all about your sentence today?
No.
All right, thank you. You can go out to the front window. Thank you. Court next calls the people of the state of Michigan versus Courtney Ray Curtis. All right, this is case number 26-3076 ST. You're Courtney Curtis?
Yes.
Ma'am, did you read and sign this advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
The contact information on the back, was that accurate?
Yes.
And did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office today?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about July 2nd, 2026, in the city of Cadillac at Wexford County, Michigan, it's alleged in count number 1 that you committed the offense of operating a motor vehicle without a license or multiple licenses. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and or a fine of $100. In count number 2, it's alleged that you committed the offense of fail to stop after a collision. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and or a fine of $100. In count number 3, it's alleged that you committed the offense of operating an unregistered vehicle. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and or a fine of $100. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you could not afford one would be appointed to represent you, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one?
Request the appointment.
The court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney, enter a not guilty plea. And before we set the matter for a pretrial, is there any resolution at all?
No, Your Honor.
So we will set the matter for a pretrial, and that's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing at future court appointments and the threat that you pose to the community. Ms. Lawrence, is there any objection to a personal recognizance bond?
No, Your Honor.
I assume the defense has no objection as well.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Curtis, I do not find you as a flight risk. So I am going to authorize a personal recognizance bond with the conditions that you appear as ordered. Keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. All right. And obviously, no new crimes would include driving with no license or unregistered vehicles. All right, you can go out to the front window where you checked in, get a copy of your next court date, and you'll have some paperwork to fill out for the defender's office. Do you have any questions for me at all about your bond conditions?
No.
Okay, you can go out to the front window. Next is the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Scott Riley. This is case number 26-3096-SM. You're Mr. Brian Riley?
Yes.
All right. Did you read and sign this advice of rights form? The contact information on the back, was that accurate?
Yes.
And did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office?
What?
Did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office this morning? All right. I have a complaint that alleges that on or about June 25th, 2026, in the city of Cadillac of Wexford County, Michigan, it's alleged that you committed the offense of trespass. That is a misdemeanor punishable by a fine of not more than $250 and or up to 30 days in jail. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you cannot afford one would be appointed to represent you, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one? All right, the court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney, enter a not guilty plea, and will set the matter for a pretrial. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing at future court appointments, the seriousness of the offense charged, and the threat that you pose to the public. Ms. Lawrence, any comment regarding bond?
We just ask for a no contact order with the property owned by Mr. Nicholson.
You want no contact with the actual property as well?
Yes.
Do you have an address for that? Ms. Austin, any comment regarding bond?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. We would just respectfully request a PR bond with the condition of the no contact is okay. He indicated to me he's lived in the area for about 10 years. He's been at that address for about 9 years. He appeared today and has people in the community to support him. So we would request a PR bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Riley does not pose as a threat or a flight risk, so I will authorize a personal recognizance bond with the condition that you appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. I am going to order a no contact with Mr. Mickelson and the address that will show in the pretrial release order. All right, you can go to the front window where you checked in, get a copy of your next court date, and you'll have some paperwork to fill out for the defender's office. All right, thank you.
Lifestyle here.
All right, court calls the people of the city of Cadillac versus Trevor Michael DeNike. Mr. Nike, if you want to come forward. This is case number 26-32080D for an arraignment. Mr. Knight, did you read and sign this advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
The contact information on the back, was that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the public defender's office this morning?
Yes, sir.
I guess it's afternoon now, isn't it? I have a complaint that alleges that on or about August 5th, 2026, in the city of Cadillac in Wexford County, Michigan, it's alleged that you committed the offense of operating while intoxicated. That is a misdemeanor punishable by a fine of not more than $500 and or up to 93 days in jail. Additional suspension or revocation of the driver's license, vehicle mobilization for not more than 180 days, ignition interlock during any probationary period and or 360 hours of community service, rehabilitative programs, and reimbursements for the cost of prosecution and governmental expenses. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you could not afford one, one would be appointed to represent you, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one?
Request a public defender.
All right, the court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney, will enter a not guilty plea, and will set the matter for a pretrial. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing at future court appointments and the threat that you pose to the community. Historically, counsel, I do not show any priors for Mr. Nike. The praxis scores him at a 0 to 3. So, Mr. Nike, let me ask you a couple questions here. How long have you lived at your current residence?
The current residence right now, it's been about 4 or 5 months. My girlfriend just bought the house a year ago, but I've lived in Cadillac most of my life.
All right. And are you employed?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, so I believe that will score him at a risk level 0. Any comment regarding bond, Ms. Austin?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Knight and I got to speak, and he indicated to me that he has lived, as he mentioned, in the area most of his life. He works 2 jobs. He works both at Munson and at Emeraldville Golf Course. He attended Cadillac High School. He has family in the area who's all here to support him today. So we would respectfully request a PR bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Lawrence?
Your Honor, this was a traffic stop for a headlight that was out. A PBT was done and that came back at 0.12. Given that PBT level, I would just ask the court to impose random alcohol testing. People do not oppose a PR bond.
Well, the defendant's already posted, or somebody's posted on his behalf, a $250 bond, so the court will continue that bond. I do not consider you a flight risk or a threat, and any concerns I do have, we're going to mitigate with some testing. So I will continue the bond as previously ordered. You are to appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. I am going to order no alcohol, and you'll be subject to random testing. In a minute, you can go out to the front window where you checked in, and you'll get your next court date. You'll have some paperwork to fill out for the defender's office, and then you'll need to go downstairs and get signed up for your testing requirements. Do you have any questions for me at all about your bond conditions?
Do not believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, you can go up to the front window where you checked in.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. T, Mr. Thomas appears on behalf of Sunnyside Estate, and you are Taylor Wanzi?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Wanzi, you probably received your rights in your packet. I have to go through those with you. And Mr. Thomas, let me go through those and then we can see where we stand. So you do have the right to an attorney, although this is not something the court would appoint an attorney for. You have the right to proper venue and the right to a jury trial if you request that jury trial within a certain amount of time. The right to seek financial assistance and to know that a judgment is not always necessary to get that assistance. The right to resolve the case with mediation, the right to a consent judgment, and any appeal to the circuit court must be taken within 10 days from a judgment in this matter. And then on the back of that form, it talked about where you could apply for financial assistance or reach out for legal advice.
Okay, yep.
Are you requesting an adjournment at all today for legal advice or financial assistance?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Thomas, so I assume we don't have a resolution. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, we were aware that the defendant was going to request an adjournment today, and I think she intends to put her reasons for requesting the adjournment on the record to tell the court, so I will defer back to her on that.
All right, and this is a 7-day notice. All right, Ms. Wanzi, is there something you wanted me to know?
So I ended up getting my car broke down, and that is why I am so far behind in rent, and I had to get a new car. I did get a new job that I think is going to help sustain my home. And I think it will help tremendously get where I need to get. And I don't think it'll take very long to catch up, maybe a month and a half.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let that be known.
All right, so what I'll do is, because you are requesting an adjournment, normally I would do 2 weeks, but that's gonna put me at a final pretrial day for criminal day, so we're gonna do 3 weeks.
Thank you.
That'll put us out until August 28th, 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
At 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Thomas, will that work for you?
I will verify my calendar as well as Ms. Gary's calendar, Your Honor. I apologize.
All right, so
It's 28.
You said what time, Your Honor?
9 a.m.
9 a.m., August 28th. I will be available, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, so Ms. Wansi, if you do apply for financial assistance, there's a form you're gonna have to file with the court, and you can get a copy of it at the front window. It's just proof of rental assistance application, and then you'll be required to provide the proof, attach a copy of the proof to it.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me at all?
No.
All right, you guys can go out to the front window where you checked in and get your next court date.
Okay, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you. Thank you. So I know a $300 bond was posted, but this was not posted by you, correct?
No, it was not posted by me.
All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll return that bond. And it looks like, based on what you put down, you can pay $5 today and,
I already paid, I just paid the $5. The receipt's over there, but
Okay.
I paid.
all right, and then you can do $10 a month.
I'm gonna try to do more than $10 a month, but that's what I just put. I just started last week at Little Mexico.
Yep, I see
so.
that, okay. All right, so we'll do that then, we'll do the $10 a month. See, can you do that by September 1st, as far as you
Yeah,
can
sorry, I
figure?
can't see your face.
I'm sorry, yeah, these new screens they've put up, yeah.
Hear them.
So you think you can do that $10 a month starting September 1st? All right, so we'll do September 1st for the $10 a month, first of each day there, first of each month thereafter. I'm gonna set it for a review hearing in 3 months, just to see where things are at. As long as you're making those payments, we'll cancel that review hearing, but if not, we'll
I'm
be,
sorry I missed it. We just found out our oldest.
And this is where the hearing takes us surprisingly. Human turn, instead of piling on more pressure, the judge works out a realistic $10 a month payment plan and gives her a chance to get back on track with family responsibilities and financial struggles clearly weighing on her. The court chooses accountability without making the situation impossible. Do you think this was the right balance between enforcing the court's order and showing compassion?